Welcome to another tech video. Today we're going to be looking at what you should spend your money on in terms of storage, whether it be a 2.5-inch SATA drive or an M.2 NVMe drive, bearing in mind that these are pretty much the same prices nowadays. If your system can handle it, what should you go for? Right, so once we've got the PC booted up, we're going to go in and we're going to run a crystal disk mark test on read and write speed. So if we open this up, we run this test. Okay, so this is our final result, 543 megabytes a second read speed and 385 megabytes a second write speed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change out the 2.5-inch drive that's currently in here, and we're going to replace it with our M.2 NVMe drive. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just to let you know that we'll be using the same PC for the testing. So this is an 8th gen Core i5 CPU. We've got SSD drive that's just mounted in here. So this is our drive that we've got, and all we're going to do on this one is we're going to remove the SATA cables like that. So this is quite a good quality drive. This is a SanDisk Plus. It's a 480 gig drive, but we're going to be taking that out and we're going to be replacing it with this M.2 250 gig NVMe drive. Now, to do this, the port is actually underneath all of this, so we're going to remove the front panel like that so we can get to the screws. And we've got an identical copy of Windows, so what we've done previously is to clone the same OS. Okay, we need to take out this DVD-ROM as well, and then we can remove that. Okay, so let's just move this out of the way slightly. There we go. And our M.2 slot is down here. So we're going to take this drive and slot that in there. We need a little screw just to get that mounted. That was a bit tricky to get in there, but you can see that the M.2 drive is now mounted. So now we're going to put all this back together as it was previously to make sure it's a real world test. Just going to put a couple of screws in to hold it. So here we are with our fully patched system. So this is a direct clone of the previous installation that we had. So we're going to run again. We're going to run crystal disk mark, and we're going to see what the differences are. Okay, so there you have it, and it quite clearly shows that an M.2 NVMe drive is obviously a lot faster than a 2.5-inch SSD drive. In terms of the boot up times, there's not a huge amount in it. So the difference with the SSD drive, that fired up from power on to Windows login screen in 21 seconds. And with the NVMe drive, that started up in 16 seconds. So it's about a 4-second difference in terms of boot up time from power on until you get the login screen. But you can clearly see here that the difference between read and write speeds is enormous. So seeing as they're pretty much the same price now, if your system has an M.2 NVMe slot in it, then it's always beneficial to go for an M.2 drive over a 2.5-inch drive. Okay, so let's have a look at the prices. So as you can see here, we've got our equivalent 2.5-inch drive, and you can see, although there's a deal going on for Cyber Monday, that is £39.48 for a 256 gig drive. And then if we look again at the Kingston that we've got installed, again £39.48, it's on a deal, £32.49. So the two, in actual fact, the M.2 drive works out cheaper at the moment with the deal. Let's have a look at the normal price, £39.48, £39.48, so exactly the same price, and you're getting all that additional performance. So if you found that video useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.